Section 1, a comedic visionary, Julio Torres returns to HBO. Julio Torres is back, and he's brought his signature brand of surreal, hilarious weirdness with him. You might remember him from his work on Saturday Night Live or the wonderfully strange Los Spookies. Now Torres gifts us with Fantasmas, a show that pushes the boundaries of comedy even further. Buckle up, because you're in for a wild ride. Torres's comedic stylings are not for the faint of heart. He blends sharp wit with absurdist humor, often leaving you pondering the meaning of life and wondering if that talking lamppost was real. In Fantasmas, he takes this to a whole new level, creating a world both familiar and wonderfully bizarre. Torres has a knack for finding humor in the mundane, the awkward, and the downright strange. It's like he sees the world through a kaleidoscope, where everyday occurrences transform into hilarious, thought-provoking sketches. With Fantasmas, he invites us to peer through that kaleidoscope and embrace the absurdity of it all. Prepare to laugh, to think, and to question everything you thought you knew about comedy. Section 2, Fantasmas, where the future gets weird and hilarious. Imagine a future where technology has advanced beyond our wildest dreams, but humanity is still, well, human. That's the world Torres creates in Fantasmas. It's a show that defies easy categorization. Is it a futuristic odyssey? A sketch comedy extravaganza? A commentary on modern life disguised as a series of increasingly bizarre skits? The answer, of course, is yes to all of the above. Fantasmas is a glorious mishmash of genres and comedic styles, all held together by Torres's unique perspective. The show takes the format of a sketch comedy, but each skit feels like a mini adventure. We encounter talking animals, sentient objects, and beings from other dimensions. All of this unfolds against a backdrop of stunning visuals and a healthy dose of social commentary. Torres isn't afraid to tackle big ideas, but he does so with a light touch and a mischievous grin. The result is a show that is both hilarious and surprisingly thought-provoking, leaving you entertained and maybe even a little enlightened. Fantasmas doesn't shy away from the weird. In fact, it embraces it. This is not your typical comedy with predictable punchlines and sitcom tropes. This is something entirely new and exciting. Torres is pushing the boundaries of comedy, and the result is a show that is as refreshing as it is funny. Section 3. Sketches from Beyond show highlights. Choosing the best sketches from Fantasmas is like trying to pick a favorite star in the sky. There are just so many to choose from. However, a few episodes stand out as shining examples of Torres's comedic genius. One memorable sketch features a support group for people who have been abducted by aliens. Sounds hilarious? It is. But it also offers a surprisingly poignant look at human connection and the absurdity of trying to explain the unexplainable. Another standout episode takes us on a journey through the afterlife, where we meet a bureaucratic angel tasked with sorting through the recently departed. Again, Torres masterfully blends humor with insightful social commentary, poking fun at our obsession with rules and regulations, even in the afterlife. These are just a taste of the comedic delights that Fantasmas has to offer. Each episode is a treasure trove of quirky characters, unexpected twists, and laugh-out-loud moments. You'll find yourself hitting rewind, not because you missed a joke, but because you want to experience the sheer brilliance of it all over again. But beyond the individual sketches, what makes Fantasmas truly special is the way it weaves together humor, heart, and a healthy dose of existentialism. Torres invites us to laugh at ourselves, at the absurdity of the world around us, and at the big questions that keep us up at night. And in a world that often feels overwhelming and confusing, that's a gift worth cherishing. From a Spookies to Fantasmas, a comedic evolution. Fans of Los Spookies will find much to love in Fantasmas. Both shows share Torres's signature blend of surreal humor and quirky characters. However, Fantasmas marks a distinct evolution in Torres's comedic style. While Los Spookies reveled in the macabre and the delightfully spooky, Fantasmas feels more expansive, both in its scope and its comedic sensibilities. Los Spookies was a love letter to horror films, with each episode a delightful homage to the genre. Fantasmas, on the other hand, draws inspiration from a wider range of sources, from science fiction to magical realism, creating a world that is at once familiar and utterly unique. This isn't to say that Fantasmas abandons the comedic DNA of its predecessor. Torres's love of the absurd and his knack for finding humor in the unexpected are still very much present. However, there's a newfound confidence and maturity to his writing and directing in Fantasmas that elevates the show to new comedic heights. Both Los Spookies and Fantasmas showcase Torres' ability to create worlds that are both hilarious and strangely relatable. Whether he's exploring the lives of aspiring horror filmmakers in Los Spookies or taking us on a journey through a futuristic dreamscape in Fantasmas, Torres' comedic voice is unmistakable. A delightful blend of whimsy, intelligence, and a healthy dose of the absurd.